Welcome to FX Street. If you like what we're talking about, head on over to YouTube. You can be updated to the content we're producing throughout the week. Now it seems like pretty much every day. Hit that subscribe button, and you can follow Akash9 individually on Twitter, Akash at Mangyeko, and myself at Just Analysis 1. Solana. Gaze your eyes upon the ugliest of the ugly charts for bulls. And if you are a bear, you probably wake up in the morning and want to make sweet, passionate love to this chart because it is very, very much screaming, please short the crap out of me because I am just inviting you to make love to my bearishness. And I don't know, this is a little creepy this morning, isn't it? Anyways, so talk about a chart and a crypto that has been beaten up. I remember when we were looking at this like last fall, early winter, and we were talking about even though it's still rising, that the return to 175 was likely, and people were like, God, not going down to 175, blah 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 blah, and I mean it's come down to 75. And it could even dip lower. So this descending triangle just continues to descend. But man, is it annoying that it's just not following through. I mean, Solana, out of all the cryptos that we're looking at today, and we've already done Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Shiba, and Doge. The downside for Solana could be swift, and it could be very violent. The breakdown below that descending triangle, I would $50 is where I easily see it heading to. That's where the 100% fib extension is. That's where the top of the upper range of this high volume node is at. That's consequently that high volume node is where the 2021 volume point of control is at $35. Yeah, so Solana has a lot of downside risk ahead. And the upside potential, I mean, from a technical perspective, it's like every single roadblock that you could imagine is there. Just in the short term, to not even to get to $100, but just to kind of hint at getting back up there, it needs to break above the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen. It needs to break above that 50% fib retracement. It needs to get back above the lower trend line of this prior bull flag, which is now the upper trend line of the descending triangle. So it needs to get above those levels, and then it needs to get back inside the cloud at the very least to mitigate any downside movement. And then today that means it needs to get in above the mid of that flag, which is a linear regression band or channel, depending on the software you're using. And it needs to get above the bottom of the cloud and above the 382 fib. I mean, this is just, there are other fish in the pool. And if you're somebody bullish looking for an opportunity, this is not one of them. There's others out there. This just is the most miserable looking chart from a bullish perspective. But if you're a short, you're probably super excited, but really, really frustrated because the breakdown is just not happening. I mean, it has had multiple opportunities to collapse, but it just hasn't. So in a nutshell, going into the weekend, downside risks. Oh yeah, I very quickly and easily see it heading down to $50. But man, oh man, I just don't see it moving above 100. But if it does, and there's been a lot of shorts that have been added around here over the last week or so, yeah, who knows how high it could spike just from a short squeeze. But anyways, that's as I see, $50 down, $100 up. That's the range I'm looking at before we visit again on Tuesday. I'll pass it off to you, Akash.
Thank you, John. Right, so let me just quickly fix this. I don't know why people keep changing this. Right. So from a calcium perspective, just if you ignore these two lines for now, excuse me. Right. So from a daily time frame perspective, the demand zone here extending from 68 to 78 is very vital support level. For now, the only retest here that we found on 24th of Feb, it was a good bounce. The price rallied 41%. But yeah, so the important thing is the price rallied 21%, 41%, collected liquidity resting above the swing high present on 15th Feb, and then proceeded to dump. Right. So for now, I'm not essentially bearish until we get a daily candlestick close below 68.28, which also happens to be like the volume profiles band over here. Beyond this, if we get a close below the daily demand zone, then I'm expecting it to head all the way down to 48.8K. But from a line chart perspective, I'm honestly not sure if I want to. Right, so I see a falling wedge, which was not completely formed yet. We have only 2 and 2 retests on both the trend lines. I want to see prices come down, dip into this demand zone again. And yeah, this would be like a completion of this falling wedge, which kind of forecasts a 21% upswing. Zooming, kind of get a breakout somewhere around here, would put it up to this point, which is 109, well above this $100 psychological level. Right, so if you look at it from a candlestick perspective, it would be a good place to move beyond these equal highs present around here. Yeah, so yeah, I think this is plausible. So I'm gonna watch how Solana reacts off this demand zone, which is
Did you just combine the words plausible and possible into plausible? Because if you did, that is pretty awesome. That should be a thing.
But doesn't plausible mean that there is a possibility of it happening? So combining those words kind of nullifies.
It is plausible that plausible is possible, but that means.
Yeah. So I am awesome. Yeah. Thanks for the compliment. The confirmation. And apart from that, yeah, that's what I'm looking at for Solana. Beyond that, we also have a very tiny FEG that need to fill here up to 133. So in effect, the upside for now, until unless we get this retest of the lower trend line of the falling wedge, I'm not sure about anything. I'm just going to see how it reacts of this demand zone. But if we do get a retest of this lower trend line, then the upside is capped at conservatively, from a conservative standpoint, capped at 100. Beyond this, the theoretical targets project Solana at 109 and 133 if we get to fill this fair value gap here. As for the downside, I don't want to see it close below 68.2. If we do get that, then I'm expecting it to dip all the way down to 50. So that completes my analysis on Solana.
All right. Well, plausible thanks. Possible thank you. And my puns are bad right now. I'll end it there.
Okay.
Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.